Coming up next, I'm giving y'all a story about a guy who just couldn't keep his damn hands to himself. Stay tuned, y'all. You're gonna want to hear this one. Coming up next on the Prison Talk Show. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Georgie Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. Now today, I got a very, very interesting story for y'all today. This is going to be right up some of y'all alleys, because y'all like that drama. Y'all like messy shit. I know y'all like it messy. Alright, so let's get it. Alright. This story is about a guy named Jessie. He's a bartender. And he works in a biker bar. He has a thing for his co-worker named Kim. But what Jessie doesn't know and realize is that Kim's boyfriend, he's in the gang. He's in a chapter of the Angels. And he don't take lightly to people putting their hands where they don't belong. Stay tuned, y'all. We finna get into it. Coming up next on the Corner Prison Talk Show. Now let's unpack that real quick. This guy's, say he's around 27 years old. He's not a young, super young guy. He's working in a biker bar. Now that alone has to tell you, the type of lifestyle Jessie is living. Now, Jessie ain't necessarily about that life, but he sure hang around it because he sees plenty of drunks and gangs and, bikers. They come in there on they shit. They come in there turning up. They'll stab you, shoot you, whatever, right in the bar. And walk right out like they ain't do nothing. And dare you to call the cops. So, Jessie has no idea that Kim has a crazy boyfriend. And he's part of the Angels. Every night, he shoots his shot. She always says, listen, I'm good. Chill, bro, chill. And he's like, come on, let me just take you out. Or, come over my house. Listen, he'd be buying her roses and bringing to the job and stuff and put it by her, by the front desk with her name on it with a big old card. And, she just see it and she'll take it and throw it right in the garbage. And Jessie don't know she's trying to save his life. Right? She throws the gifts in the garbage immediately. Cards, all of that. Because she knows in her head, if her man sees those gifts, he's going to have questions. And she's going to have to give answers. And those answers will lead to Jessie. And who knows what happens after that. So, one night, it's normal routine. They just normally getting bottles of beer and pouring shots. They're not making mixed drinks and like that. It's a biker bar, so nothing sophisticated. Let me get a bottle. Let me get a pitcher over here. And she just keep coming back and forth, getting them bottles and trays of liquor. Vodka, all that. Tequila. They getting it in. Yeah, they get it in. And then they get on them bikes and they pros, y'all. They get on them bikes, pissy drunk, and ride straight as an arrow. Don't mess with no bikers, y'all. Do not mess with no bikers. They play different rules, y'all. But y'all don't want to hear about that. Anyway, y'all. So, this guy, Jessie, he had a great idea. He tired of begging. He tired of asking. And he just said, bump it. I'm going to try and, push up on her and let her see what she missing. And, as soon as Jessie see her, Kim, his little joint, bang! So he behind that bar with a stiffy all the time, just following Kim around the bar. Mind you, It's nothing but men around here. They watching him because they want to know why it's taking so long to get those beers restocked. We need them cold, boy. Let's go. We paying you. Anyway, Kim go back there behind the bar to grab some clean cups. Shot glasses, excuse me. And that's his chance. Jessie see her. He smooth walk right on over there. Act like he trying to grab the broom to sweep up behind the bar. But he gonna do one of these moves. And slide through and, pump himself up behind her. So, and yeah, y'all, he was up. Let's say his soldier was up for the day. And he did that on purpose. Now, let's pause right there real quick. A quick little message for some of y'all YNs. That is assault, by the way, y'all. If you ain't heard, I'm telling you right now, listen to your boy Corner. That is assault. Don't be sliding up behind no woman, especially with your joint popped off and smooth up behind her. That's considered assault. And you can be arrested and convicted for that ish. That falls under bad charges, which is in another video that you can check out on YouTube. Don't get caught with bad charges in jail. Oh yeah, I got a video for that. I got a video on that for y'all, but y'all don't hear me though. Now, immediately after he did it, he got a response, but it wasn't a response he was expecting. She caught it, turned around, and mushed the hell out of him. Boom! Right across his ear, hard as hell. He went stumbling a little bit. Few people looked. Everybody kept, mind their business, turned their heads the other way, and kept about their business. Now, they playing rock and roll, heavy metal music up in there, so you can't hear the conversation from too far in front of where they're at. So nobody knows what's going on. She was like, "What's wrong with you? How dare you? You perv? Why would you do that?" And he just looking. He don't know what to say. He like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she like, "Don't ever do that again. Don't you ever touch me again." So at this point, Kim is trying very hard, y'all. Kim is trying to keep this man alive, for real. He just don't know. And her boyfriend don't frequent that bar. He doesn't come to that bar a lot. That's the only reason why all of these mishaps have been going unseen. But he does have friends, y'all. And well, things get more and more diabolical. So, Jessie, of course, being the perv that he is, he doesn't take a warning. He doesn't heed to the warning. He still continues buying gifts, shooting his shot, and occasionally trying to get the quick little feel off whenever he could. And one day, I don't know what he was thinking. Instead of he smooth went by her from the front, y'all, with two empty hands, palms like this, sliding by her through a tight area. There is only the hallway behind the bar is but so big. Only two people could fit back there, and you can't fit side by side. You have to smudge together, pretty much face to face or back to back, if two people was going to be in that same space. This guy slid by her with both his hands, palms out, and brushed her chest, y'all. Just as fate. He thought, he felt it, but he thought she didn't. He thought he was smooth with it. Well, this is Jessie's first mistake. First of all, Kim was pissed off that he had the audacity to even cross her space in a tight space like that, and even cross her instead of waiting for her to get out the way and then go where he had to go, which is what he probably should have did. And he didn't do that. Well, Kim was on her way back to a table with 4 bears for 4 guys who had on 4 badges. Yeah. On the back of their vest, they had patches. All of them said angels. Yep. And they sitting there drinking the beers and they watching. They watching the whole transaction. And they saw what just happened behind the bar. Now is where the game starts. Now is where they're going to put a test on Kim to see if she's going to say something or is she going to continue to let this happen and not tell her man. Because now she's up for scrutiny. You must like it if you ain't come tell. So she has but a few hours to get her story right and make a phone call. So what do y'all think Kim does? Kim immediately runs in the back room, whips out her cell phone, and calls her boyfriend Mad Dog. And she spills the beans, y'all, all the tea. He touched me. He did it 3 times. And she telling the truth, even though he like, well, why am I just now hearing about it 3 times? I didn't think nothing of it. I thought there was something wrong with him. He don't seem like he got it all. He got to have some kind of mental incapacity or something. There's something wrong with him. I ain't think nothing of it. But today he touched my breast. He touched me. He violated me. And he like, did anybody see this? And she's like, no, nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. But I'm telling you the truth. It happened. And he like, all right, listen. I'm going to be down there real soon. I'm getting on my bike. I'm getting a tune up. And I'm getting on my bike. And I'm getting down. I'll be down there in like 25 minutes. You going to still be on shift? And she's like, yeah, we working all night. And Mad Dog like, well, he might not be working all night. And so they get off the phone. Now, she go back to work. All she gotta do is try and, maintain the whole time. But she gets an idea, y'all. She's like, you know what? I could just end this all and just get some real proof. His boys are right there. All I gotta do is get this dude to touch me in front of them. So, now this is where it gets diabolical. But Jessie should have had a little bit more, restraint. Kim goes over to the edge of the bar, pretty much right across from where Mad Dog's homies are sitting. And she drops a bottle, empty bottle. And these waitresses, they got on short dresses and halter tops and all of that. She bends over to get the bottle. Bends over right in front of Jessie. Now, 2 of the guys are reaching to go help get the bottle for their homie's girl. The other 2 guys are looking around and they catch Jessie eyeballing her ass. Jessie pretty much got both of his eyeballs up her ass. Like, tongue hanging out and everything. He's amazed. He's getting closer and closer like a zombie without even noticing. Before you know it, Jessie got his whole face under her skirt, y'all. And the other 2 are looking in amazement at what they're watching. Like, what the heck is going on? Now, as soon as Jessie feels it, as soon as Jessie notices that people are watching, he starts to back up. He's like, oh shit, somebody saw me. Damn. He thought he could get that off real quick because the space was tight and nobody would notice him crouched down on the floor right behind her. But nah, those two homies was watching. So they didn't do nothing. They just waited. Now, that's all that Kim needed. Proof that this guy was a pervert. So she gets up and she gets theatrical with it. Oh my God! Oh my God! I felt something. I felt something behind me. And she turns around. You touched me. I told you, stop touching me. And now that's all they had to hear. And they was right there. They saw it themselves. Well, Jessie, he decided he wasn't going out like that. He grabbed the nearest knife out of that bar and he decided to defend himself. And they start coming after him. And he started to swing and slicing. He stabbed one of them, y'all. And right in, I don't know if it's the liver or the bladder, but right here in the side. Bang! One of them big bar knives. He caught him a body right there. Then, on top of that, with the plan that they concocted for Jessie touching Kim, that right there is fitting to be another charge. Now, they managed to get to Jessie and wrestle that knife out of his hand. And they beat the brakes out of Jessie to daylights. I mean, Jessie had broken fingers and arm. He had ribs that was stomped out. Jessie got justice. And when Mad Dog showed up, Mad Dog almost choked the life out of Jessie. He had him up in the air like a little toy doll, dangling him. Mad Dog was about 6'5". He looked like he could bench press his motorcycle. So, the bar owner had already called the cops. All the bikers had already gotten their bikes and hauled ass. They left Jessie there on the floor bleeding out, hoping that he died. But he didn't. He didn't, y'all. And that's where Jessie's story really takes off. Part 2 of this, y'all. Jessie goes to jail. How you survive in jail? When the very gang that most likely contributed to putting you there has so many connections, they can get you touched any jail you go to. Tune in the next time. Find out what happens to Jessie. What happened to Kim. What's going on with Mad Dog. Alright, y'all. With that, I'm going to get on up out of here. It's your boy JS Corner. And this is the Prison Talk Show, people. I'll get back with y'all. I'm out.